So you're probably wondering, well, maybe you're not, maybe you don't care, how I ended up with a fake Gibson Les Paul. It's only a short one, and as the old saying goes, if it's too good to be true, then it probably is. That was my Gibson. It didn't sound so bad in the mix. Here goes. I was browsing the web. I wanted an Epiphone. I wanted a Peter Frampton model to be exact. I can't afford a real Gibson right now, so one would think that I'm going to get an Epiphone. The Epiphone version is the next best thing. This is the one I'm after. So of course, when I'm searching, I'm quick to realize the current price point for the Epiphone model. Huge. Just way too huge. Out of my budget, overpriced. Well, to me, it's overpriced. Suddenly, that's it. I stumble across a site. Not only do they have them in stock, but hey, you'll never guess, it was only $450. Pull out the card, pull out the wallet, and I pay for it on the spot. Now, I didn't do any research into the store, but hey, I didn't really care. Looks legit, it's what I'm after, it's all I want, I buy it. 3 weeks later, it turns up. Turns up from China. No big deal. I buy my guitars from overseas all the time. I unbox it and it looks just like the one I ordered. To be fair, this guy, it looks great. I started looking deep at the finish work. There's a couple of tool marks there, but hey, it's $450. It's what I expected. The fret ends and fret work. They're a little sharp, but that's what I expected. I then take a look at the hardware. Kinda cheap. I mean, it feels cheap. It looks great though, so hey, it's what I expected. Then I take a quick strum. It's completely out of tune. It's got cheap factory strings. Whatever. I guess you could say it's what I expected. Before I go on, let's listen to the guitar on its own for reference. I go and restring this bad boy. That's when I see it. The headstock, Gibson, but I bought an Epiphone. The headstock states Gibson. Go back to the site, Aaron. So Aaron goes back to the site. The Chinese seller, the Gibson logo, all the cheap parts. Damn it, I did it. I got myself a Chibson. And that leads me to the next part. I only paid $450. I suppose you really want to know how it plays and my feelings towards owning a fake $450 Gibson Les Paul. Well, this Chibson feels like a $450 guitar. If you get one and expect anything more than that, you're going to be greatly disappointed. I'm being completely honest with you here. This Chibson, it looks great. It really does. But, to track the demo song at the beginning of this video, for each of the riffs, I must have tuned the guitar at least 5 times. As stated earlier with the hardware, the tuners are cheap. You know when you sometimes play guitar and you think, man, this feels great. You pick it up, this feels great. This guitar, you do not feel that. The second you touch the fretboard, you are not gliding over the frets. It is actually hard to play this guitar. However, the clip at the start, it does sound pretty sick, right? So I've got to let you know, when I do track these videos, there's no studio trickery going on. I simply record the riffs with whatever amp I choose, and there is no post effects. There's never any post effects because I want you to have the true representation of the product being reviewed. So like I said, the demo track at the start, it does sound pretty damn good. The cheap pickups that are fitted stock into this guitar, they actually kind of fit the vibe of the track. To top it off, the finish on the guitar, it looks sick, despite those flaws I mentioned earlier. I don't agree one bit with Chinese counterfeit guitars. I mean, you can tell this is definitely no Gibson when it comes to playability. I also do not agree with the resale of fake guitars. But to be honest, you just have to play this guitar to know it's no real Gibson. Unless you're buying this thing online like I did, you are never going to be fooled that you're not receiving a real Gibson. Would I buy a Gibson again now that I actually have one? Don't waste your money. There are plenty of brands out there at the moment putting out highly affordable guitars. Instruments with playability right out of the box. Will I play this Gibson on the channel again? Or should I say Chibson? Maybe. I might mod it, see what you guys want me to do with it. Hell, I'll burn it if you want. Just tell me what you think. Tell me in the comments, what do you actually think we should do with this thing? I mean, it sounds alright. That's the story of how I got my hands on a Chibson Les Paul.